Unfortunately, that death toll has continued to rise. We're listening now to a press conference. We are getting the most up-to-date information, being told now 20 lives were lost here in the flooding. No more are missing. Here's what they have to say
about the people that were involved in this. One of the things that we pulled the trigger on early on was reaching out with TBI. Chief and I talked about this. We were able to get some of our victims that may have been hard to identify. We were able to get them identified through DNA. I don't understand all of that part. It's very technical to the scientists, but this equipment that TBI has that was able to come in here and help us get identifications made within an hour and a half was very, very important in this operation, and it helps these families get closure and closure quick, and we're very proud to have that accessible. And I just can't say enough about the people that run this operation. Like I said, the ones that were boots on the ground, that were out there, the responders. My hat's off to you, and I have the utmost love and respect for you.
I will mention this technology that the TBI brought is new. It's new.
Sheriff Davis speaking there. He's from this area. This is his beloved community. He says these are friends, people he has known for a very long time, ultimately completely affected. Loss of life, loss of homes, loss of businesses. And as people move on with this grief process, they're trying to figure out, where do I live? Where do I work? We speak to one man who lost his entire business and is upset that he can no longer have a place of employment for those he calls friends.
Now, all of this was just full of machines. You know, people look like little elves over here doing their thing. This would be all cardboard boxes. All these cans would be stacked up here. You had some 400,000 cans.
Waverly native Ronnie Harbison spent his entire career building Ataseal on the west side of Waverly.
I'm talking millions of dollars here. It's gone.
Product pushed into piles, waterlogged, destroyed.
This guy over here, he came down from Nashville. I don't know him from nowhere. He came in and said, "Can I help?" I said, Sure you may."
Harbison's most proud that his success allowed him to employ more than 20 people.
They relied on me, and I relied on them. Stick with me. We'll make it one way or another.
But right now, that path is unclear. The company wasn't in a flood zone, so insurance won't cover the damages. Harbison's praying for federal assistance.
You know, if they tell me no, there ain't no choice. I don't have nothing else. This is where I invested my life. I'm 64 years old. I'll be 65 in May. Could you imagine?
No, sir. Despite his despair, through the debris, he's focused on faith.
You know, I believe in the Lord. He saved me. Only for this. Maybe he's got another plan for me. I don't know. But I wish he'd give me some insight what's going on.
Right now, that plan is waiting on federal aid. Like so many here, they were not in a flood zone, so that insurance is not going to cover the cost. Like this home behind me, we've got the governor touring the area. Hopefully he has more clarity as to when these people can get some sort of answers and funding. And News 2 wants to do our part to help as well. Bob Mueller is live also here in Waverly, and he has more on this. Bob.
Yeah, Alex, as we were leaving Nashville, I noticed the American flag flying above the state capitol at half-staff. The governor ordered it at half-staff in honor of the 20 people who died here in Waverly during these floods, now 5 days in our rear view. And so much work has been done during that 5-day period. So much cleanup has already happened, but there is still so much to do. As we've been here about 3 hours now, front end loader after front end loader came down this street, pushing debris into just a huge pile behind us. And that's part of the problem. All that debris debris has to be removed, and there are thousands of piles of debris around this area. Also, schools are still shut down. They're mud-caked. Roads and bridges are still out. Electricity and water still not what it needs to be. Hundreds are homeless. Hundreds of homes are damaged. So it's a big, big task. But you get the feeling these folks are resilient. They're up to it. They're up to the challenge, and they're going to come back. The owner of the Cash Saver here came by. I talked to him. He thanked us for being here. He said 3 years ago they were flooded out. They came back. He said they're coming back again strong this time. Governor Bill Lee was also here once again, touring some of the worst damaged areas here in Waverly. He was traveling with FEMA officials and State Senator Kerry Roberts by chopper. They flew over some of the hardest hit areas. His first stop was the Waverly First Baptist Church. It was there the governor spoke with some folks who were living in temporary housing in a shelter, and he teared up. He choked up at the struggle these folks are going through. The governor also said that President Joe Biden has called him and offered all kinds of support, offered FEMA support. Senator Roberts told me the FEMA official here has photographed and is diagramming the areas that are hardest hit. They're hoping that FEMA money gets here very, very quickly. The real question is, how long is it going to take? And that's an unanswered question because there's still so much work to do. We'll continue to cover this developments. Of course, join us at 6:30 here for Waverly Strong, our live town hall meeting. We'll talk with some local officials. They'll give us a better idea on where we are currently, where we're going to be in a couple of weeks, and where we might be in just a couple of months. Let's head it back to the studio and Erica.